Jonathan, 2-0 defeat against Lancaster this afternoon, and after a string of positive results and good performances, very flat this afternoon.
Yeah, it was really flat. You know, if we're being brutally honest, it wasn't a great performance. You know, for the first time since South Shields were on Boxing Day, we looked really shaky at the back, and you know, 2 real poor goals from our side, but we didn't do enough in the top end either to score. We've had some half chances, but on the day, you know, if we're being honest, you know, from 1 to 11, we've struggled. It's been a real off day. I can't be too harsh on them. They've been brilliant. The important thing is we need a reaction on Tuesday night.
Yeah, and you mentioned the goal was very similar in terms of style, really close range, but defensively, a few questions asked at you.
Yeah, all over the shop. It was exactly like first half South Shields on Boxing Day. We always, you know, work from a solid back line, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't working today. You know, there's too many people having off days, and like I've said in the changing room, if our defence are on an off day, we need the guys at the top end to try and get us out of it a little bit, but we just didn't like we could pull it back either. You know, Lancaster were well worthy of the win.
Yeah, and especially frustrating given the fact that you look at Shane Bland across the match, really hasn't had to make as many saves as such, but 2 defensive lapses is what's cost you tonight.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Bland he's not really had a save to make by picking the ball out the net. You know, again, it's hard to put your finger on why we've put a performance in like that. But I'll repeat, it's all about the reaction now.
And in terms of your selection, you went to a very similar side that played against Ashton, albeit bringing Brad Fuster in. But today, unlike on Tuesday night, just didn't seem to click for anyone that's attacking field.
Chalk and cheese. It's one of them when you're playing well and you're winning games, and you know you're popping the ball around. You can express yourself with confidence, but when the chips are low and you're going to get a goal against you and it's not quite going for you, there's a different side to the game that you need, and that's just purely working hard and chasing down balls, which is what Lancaster did, and you can see why they do very well here. But for us today, you know, there wasn't any of that. We were second best all over the park. But you're right, two real scrappy goals, and like I say, we didn't deserve anything from it.
Yeah, would you say perhaps that Lancaster at times just showed their experience that perhaps they haven't? Obviously, we've got quite a few young players in there. That's perhaps shown.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. They did exactly the same when we were at our place. They showed lots of experience. They're a group of boys who've been together a while. You can see that. Mark's got them well drilled. But we've got bundles of class and energy in our team. So experience kind of goes out the window really if you apply yourself properly and you've got enough aggression in there and energy. But we're just flat. You know, he said it at the beginning of the interview, we were really flat. You know, I can't really hold my hands up and say anything else. It just wasn't good enough on the day, but we'll go again Tuesday.
And as well, going to plan B towards the end of the game, bring the likes of Connor Simpson,
Yeah.
Sean Tooton on there. Won a bit right there, but still just wouldn't click in that final third for you.
Yeah, it wasn't dropping. I thought, you know, when a big man come on and toots, we looked a little bit more, you know, dangerous going forward. But we were playing direct, which isn't really our game. And then you're just hoping for a mistake from them. But to be fair to them as a back line, they've not really made a mistake all day. Kept our forwards out, and yeah, they've fought like hell for the clean sheet. And, you know, we just didn't have enough on the day.
And slight concern as well in the first half, Dan Rowe going down, but thanks managed to continue. So hopefully nothing too serious there.
Yeah, he took a bit of a bang to the head. It's not concussion. It just made him feel a little bit sick. But he soldiered through it. You know, Dan Rowe's pretty much won every header today. He's done what we know Dan Rowe does. He's gone through the pain barrier. But yeah, I don't think we'll have any issues with that.
And in terms of that game on Tuesday night, obviously a very difficult game against Warrington Town,
Yeah.
A tough place to go, but the conditions you imagine would suit Whitby style of play, and as well considering the reverse fixture came on the back of a similar sort of result and managed to get the victory.
Yeah, well, it's another hard game. They're all hard games. Long trip to Warrington. Good thing is for us, nice pitch. You know, against a good team. They express themselves as well. Very good football inside. But we are as well. The most important thing for us is the reaction from today, because we can't turn up and have a performance like that. And I'm pretty sure we won't, because you know that was, by our standards, it was too bad to be true. So we'll look forward to Tuesday, and yeah, it's one of the game in hands we've got, so we can take advantage and get something from the game.
Yeah, and in terms of the matches left this season, obviously last week managed to get themselves, you know, away from danger. But I suppose the key thing is really just the next couple of months, just not to throw in too many performances like this, because a couple of results here and there, suddenly you could find yourself a bit looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, we're aware of that, and it's my job to make the players aware of that as well. But I'll say it again, it's one game at a time, and you can't get too high when you win, and we certainly haven't done that. And you can't get too low when you lose, and we certainly won't be doing that either. So we take it one game at a time. Irrespective of who we play in the league, I'm sure Warrington will be saying the same. You know, you can't take anything for granted. Anybody coming on the day, you need to be on the metal every week in this league, and you know it doesn't faze me whether we're playing Warrington, South Shields or Hyde at the top of the league. You know, if we turn up and we apply ourselves, our applications right, we'll be okay. We'll give them a game, and you know we'll hopefully get something from it. So we'll look forward to it on Tuesday.